Hi grade ones, welcome to the social video for the week. I decided to film this video to review what we've learned about in our unit of then and now. So far we've learned about transportation, and last week you learned about homes. So in this video, we are going to be reviewing both of those things and talking about how transportation and homes have been are different from a long time ago to now. So please watch this video and pay special attention to what the differences are, and then later in this week I will be calling you on video chat to go over some of this stuff with you, okay? So if you're ready, continue watching. Okay, let's get started. So in this video, we are going to be talking about transportation then and now. So let's look at some of the differences. So if we think about transportation a long time ago, we would be thinking of something like this. So a boat or a kind of an old-fashioned car like this. So if we look at these two, what do you notice, grade ones? Let's think about some of the things. Well, the boat is made of wood. It travels in the water, right? And this car, it looks quite old-fashioned, right? We don't have cars really like this anymore, right? Okay, so those are the transportations from a long time ago. And this one is the modern one, right? So quite different than what the other ones look like. So first we have an airplane. So that is something new that we have. And the car, this is how cars look now, right? So quite different, right? And your car might not look exactly like this, but you might notice some things that are similar. So it has kind of a similar door, maybe. The wheels look kind of similar, right? But this would be more close to the car you have than this one, right? So let's go through some of the differences. So if we're talking about transportation, what does the word transportation mean? Transportation means moving from one place to the other. So a long time ago, when we were moving from one place to the other, we would have used a boat, a car, maybe some horses. And what are some differences between how we transport, how we get from place to place before to how we get around now? Well, the first thing is that a long time ago, everything was very slow. It took a really long time to get from place to place. Transportation a long time ago was slow. Now, our transportation is so fast, right? We can get from country to country in hours, right, with a plane. Before, with a boat, it would take months and months and months to get from place to place. Could you imagine being on a boat for so long? Also, cars before were quite slow. They didn't go as fast as the cars now, right? So now our cars can go very, very fast. Another difference is now we have many different kinds of ways to get around. We have planes, we have cars, we have different kinds of cars. We have really fast trains, slower trains. We still have ships, but there are different kinds of ships. There are small ships, there are small boats, there are big boats. Before, a long time ago, there was only a few ways to get around. At first, there was only boat and horse, and then came the car, but even then, there was only a few kinds of cars. Now we have hundreds of different kinds of cars, right? And many different kinds of planes. Some planes are smaller, some planes are bigger. We even have helicopters, so we have many different kinds. Before, we had only a few. A long time ago, transportation was very simple. The boat was made of wood. The people used to row the boat to move it, or they would have some sort of simple machine inside to move it. And even the cars were very simple. They didn't have any computers, no touch screens. For sure, there was not a TV in the back. I know some of you might have a TV in your car. There was no TV in the car. And now, a lot of the transportation uses computers. So planes and even cars now use computers inside. And what I mean by computers is the pilot is flying the plane, but there's a special computer in it to help the pilot fly. And in the car, the mom and dad, they are driving the car, but there is a touch screen and even some things in the car that help mom and dad to be a better driver. There are some cars that even help you stay in the correct lane so that you are safe, and it warns you if there's an accident. So the cars now are much fancier than they used to be, and they use a computer now. So let's review again. So, what is the difference between transportation then and now? Transportation a long time ago was very slow, and now it is very fast. A long time ago, there was only a few kinds of transportations, and now there are very many kinds. Before, transportation was very simple, and now it's very fancy and it uses computers. So these are 3 important things that I want you to remember about transportation. So if you want to review this, you can pause the video here and take some time to read it carefully. And if you're ready to move on, then continue watching the video. Okay, grade 1, so now that we've talked about transportation, let's review homes, then and now. If we look at homes, this would be kind of what you would see from a long time ago. So similar to this. And this is what houses kind of look like today. Of course, not all houses look like this, but this is more similar to the type of house that's being built now. Let's go through the differences from the 2 houses. Okay, so when we think about an older house, a house from a long time ago, most of the time they had only one level. Now, houses have many levels. So a long time ago, they didn't really have basements, they didn't have upper levels, but now they do. Most of you who have houses, who live in houses, your house probably has a basement, then an upstairs where you have maybe your bedrooms. So that's one big difference from houses a long time ago to now. Another difference is the room sizes. So a long time ago, the rooms in houses were more small. They are small rooms. And now we have rooms of all different sizes. So if you think about your house and all the different rooms inside it, not all of them are the same size. So for example, your bedroom is most likely a different size than your parents' bedroom, and your living room is not the same size as the bathroom in your house. So that's one difference that we have now. A long time ago, a lot of the houses were also made of wood, and mostly only wood. Now we use many different materials, and that includes inside of our houses. So if you look around your house right now, you can see very many different materials. Remember grade 1s when we learned about materials in science? Those are the things that we build with. So for example, now we use different kinds of metals in our houses. We use different kinds of bricks, and the counter in your kitchen, for example, is maybe made of marble or some sort of stone. So there's lots of different things that go into building your house now. But a long time ago, a lot of the houses were mostly just made of wood and maybe a little bit of brick. And of course they had windows, but the big difference is that the materials that we use are quite different now. Another big difference is that houses were simple a long time ago. So they didn't have a lot of technology in them, right? So some of you might even have like a Siri or an Alexa in your house that you can ask questions. It might even turn on the lights, for example, in your house, right? They didn't used to have that a long time ago. Also, houses now, they have microwaves and washing machines. these things we didn't have a long time ago in our house. We didn't have washing machines or dishwashers, right? Everything was done by hand in a house, but now we have a lot of machines that make our life easier. And that's another one of our big differences. Houses used to be a lot simpler, not as many things inside. Technology, not a lot of things that have technology. And now we have lots of stuff like that, right? We have TVs, we have, sometimes we even have fireplaces that aren't real. They just are warm, but they don't have any real wood inside. But a long time ago, we had fireplaces with wood. So those are the big differences that I want you to keep in mind. So let's go through them one more time. A long time ago, houses had one level, small rooms, mostly made of wood, and were simple. Now, our houses have many levels, many sizes of rooms, with many different materials, and they're not very simple now. They have a lot of complicated things inside, like washing machines, microwaves, dishwashers. Okay, so when you are talking about the differences, those are some of the ones I'm looking for. Hi grade ones, thank you for watching the social video. I hope it was really useful and you learned lots from the video, and I will see you in the next one.